Hey guys, today I'm going to review the film Crazy Heart, and this is directed by Scott Cooper, who is a first-time director, and this stars Jeff Bridges and Maggie Gyllenhaal, Colin Farrell, and Robert Duvall. And this is a movie that is about a country singer, and his name is Bad Blake, and well, that's not really his name, of course, but it's more of like a status symbol as a way to kind of market himself as a country singer. And he is a has-been, he's washed up, he's 57 years old, and which is really not that old, but he just appears to be so much older than he is. And he has had a really long career of just playing country music, and now he's broke, and he's just trying to get a couple bucks here and there by playing any gig he can, no matter how dignified it is or not. And he does not have a lot to be proud of at all. He has really no future. He is an alcoholic, I mean, a major alcoholic, to the point where it is extremely dangerous. He smokes all the time. That's all he does. And he sleeps around a lot. So he's really, I mean, he's not a role model and definitely not someone that, he definitely makes a lot of mistakes and he's not proud of them. But he is extremely likable and you feel such sympathy for him because he is played by the wonderful Jeff Bridges, who is extraordinary in this part. And I really like Jeff Bridges a lot, and he is the reason why you need to see this movie. I think a lot of times the actors save a movie, and this is a great instance here. Jeff Bridges is, I think, one of our most comfortable actors, and he's extremely reliable. And you don't really, when you think of Jeff Bridges, you don't think of him as being necessarily an iconic figure in films of the modern era. You don't think of him as being like a George Clooney or a Brad Pitt, Johnny Depp, someone like that. And I think mainly it's because he plays everything with, I guess, with such a effortlessness to the point where we kind of take him for granted. I mean, he has a very casual technique. I think he's the true definition of a really great American actor. And what I love about him is that he feels every single moment, no matter who he's playing, whether he's in Iron Man or The Last Picture Show, every moment in a movie he plays the truth. He tells the truth. And I can't think of any time, because, he's been an actor for so many years. I cannot think of a time when he did not play. I mean, he has always played a role without being dramatic. There's no theatrics at all. Everything comes from his soul. Everything is real. Nothing is overplayed. And that is the perfect kind of technique and attitude you need to bring to this kind of role. Because this character is a very casual character. And Jeff Bridges this is another role where I think Jeff Bridges was absolutely just born to play this guy. It's like he knows him, like he is a part of the character, Bad Blake. And I also think that Jeff Bridges is great when it comes to embodying a role. Like he gets the mannerisms down perfectly. This guy, as I said, he appears to be a lot older than he is, and like you can really feel the grimace in the way that he walks and everything, because it's like every time he moves, it's like it takes real effort, real work from him to just move, and it's almost like you can feel every muscle working when he walks. And I think that he's got this wonderful sense of place, and he really it's almost as if he really is a cowboy from Texas. He's got that very leathery skin, and he's very kind of he's like a hillbilly almost, and this guy does not take care of himself at all. He's very unsanitary, and he kind of has a very strained voice, and you can really tell that this man, well, even though he's not really given much background at all, that he has had a difficult life. He's been through a lot, and it is reflected in his songs. And I just think that Jeff Bridges is wonderful, and I think he will definitely get an Oscar nomination for this, because this is one of his better roles that I've seen in a long time. And I think, at least I hope this is like the Mickey Rourke performance from The Wrestler last year, where I hope that Jeff Bridges, as well as Mickey Rourke, will finally get recognized for all of the hard work that he's done over the years. Anyway, so this character, the country singer, he's alone and kind of, uses alcohol and all of this stuff as a way to kind of numb his pain and his loneliness. But he meets this woman, played by Maggie Gyllenhaal, and she is a single mother and she's a writer, and she wants to interview him kind of about his life and about his country music. And she ends up really liking him, and he ends up really liking her, and they begin a romantic relationship. And this is where you really see the humanity in the character of Bad Blake, because as I said, he uses this name as kind of a status symbol and a way to kind of be defensive against who he really is. Because really, I mean, you look at him in the first 10 minutes of the movie, and you think this guy is pathetic. He's washed up and he's just a nobody. But he's got such a sense of humanity and a lovable quality, and almost like a fatherly figure. And when he talks to her, he's very intimate, very sweet, and he's one of those guys that you just really feel, I mean, he's been through a lot, but he's just someone that you can really rely on for support. And that's, I think, what she really sees in him. She sees past the face that he's put on for the world, and she sees the real, genuine quality inside of him. This movie, I think what saves the movie is his performance, and also Maggie Gyllenhaal, because Maggie is one of those actresses. She is not necessarily the most beautiful actress on the planet, but I love her. I think she's really, really one of our better actresses, and she's underrated like Jeff Bridges. And I think the reason why she is so great is because she's not like other movie stars. She's like a real person, someone that you can really relate to, and she's also got a very relaxed quality about her, which is why I think the two of them have great chemistry on screen. The problem, though, with this movie is in the story. I think that the director, you really see kind of, I know he's a first-time filmmaker, and he does a good job for the most part, but there is a real sense of immaturity in the filmmaking. And also in the story, I think the concepts of the movie are very sketchy and not fully fleshed out, because the character of Bad Blake is just so magnetic, and Jeff Bridges brings such a complexity to him, but you really don't get a sense of that with the way the story is told. I mean, it's told in the same way that all of the movies about the old guy getting a second chance or learning about life. I mean, kind of like The Wrestler, except The Wrestler, I think, is a better film. I mean, he meets this woman, and I don't want to give too much away, but he finds a sense of, place and happiness again, but he makes mistakes, and there's heartbreak and all of that, and it's a way for him to grow up, and it just gets really old, and I really would like to see something more. I think that this movie could have gone a lot further than it did. It had potential, but I just wanted to see more of it. I wanted more complexity, something that kind of elevates itself up to the performance of Jeff Bridges, because he is so amazing, and the movie is almost, I mean, I don't know, it just doesn't really work as a movie. When you think of the movie, you think of Jeff Bridges, and that's about it. So I think if you're going to see this movie, I would definitely recommend it, but I'm recommending it on the basis of that Jeff Bridges is the one you need to watch. And the movie itself is not that great, but he is the one who really makes it special. So I don't see this movie being, one of the best of the year. I don't see it getting a Best Picture nomination, but I definitely see him getting one, and he might even win it. So I think you should see it just for that reason. And yeah, so it's a pretty good movie, and that's pretty much what I got to say. So see ya.